If you are anything like me, you're just thinking, damn, we pulled that off this weekend. You got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Appreciate you having you here. Thanks for kicking off your week with me. A lot of fun. A lot of things happening here. So I got to mute that site there. We got to make that thing happen, and a lot of technical things going down. What I mean when I say that we pulled that off is we had the Arizona Outdoor Hall of Fame induction banquet at the Wigwam Resort here out in the West Side. That's right, West Side. West Side is the best side, and it's a lot going into it. There's a lot that goes into putting on an event like that. There's a lot of 300 between 300 and 330 people attended. It was fantastic. We actually pulled it off, and speaking of not being able to pull it off, that's my button pushing. I actually want to introduce you over the next few days. I want to introduce you to the inductees. They're really cool vignettes. I believe that's pronounced that way. Vignettes. No. Intern Beans. Vignettes. Vignettes. Doesn't even look like that. Vignettes. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Anyway, the vignettes, I would like to introduce you to them through those wonderful, put together, well produced, and they basically introduce you to people that were wheels off, sold out for their entire career for conservation right here in Arizona. And I mean the list. Wow. This, I think, was the coolest. I mean, Goldwater's in there. We have a lot of very well-known peeps in there, and Governor Babbitt's in there. We have a lot of well-known people that really did so much for Arizona conservation. And this was one of the coolest classes I've seen, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. It really was. Big shout out to Queen Bee, Intern Nuge, Ellie, and Ivy for stepping up and making this happen. I mean, and my man John Colazar, who we've had here on the show, who, my goodness sakes, he's got some things to say about the feral horse problem we have here in the state, but he stepped up. Everyone stepped up, made it happen. We locked it in. The gaggle was there, and so it was pretty dialed in. So again, next few days, as I deal with some technical issues, we will get to introduce you to the newest members of the Arizona Outdoor Hall of Fame, brought to you by Wildlife for Tomorrow. And see, this isn't a technical issue. It's just me forgetting. So tomorrow's show is basically planned because of technical issues and your host's forgetfulness. We announced a new logo with some really cool hats, and and I've forgotten all of it. I had forgotten to put it all down, and yep, just squirrel all morning this morning. So thank you for allowing me to be me, and we will get all of that on there tomorrow. We'll basically have a outdoor Hall of Fame show tomorrow where you get to meet some pretty damn cool people, and I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus. As the MC, my biggest thing is that I get us out early. I want y'all out early. I want y'all going home. I want y'all just getting on with your weekend and doing the thing. Thanks for celebrating. Thanks for hanging out. You don't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. It's been my Rosie Romero model of emceeing since I got into this gig 10 years ago. That doesn't take into account how long people speak in their speechifying to get an award. I mean, I get it. You're being inducted in the Arizona Outdoor Hall of Fame. It's a big deal. But Uncle Mike put a giant red 3-minute clock, a ticker, right in front of you, right there by the podium. Y'all. Okay, I'll admit it's a bit of a suggestion, a recommendation. We keep it to about keep your speechifying to about 3 minutes. Okay. What's up, Lynn? And but yeah, when that thing ticks down to 0, it's like, okay, wrap it up here, guys. Let's come on, scoot. We got other people need to talk. Not. And then it reminds me of the time where I was. Oh, here's my nephew who's calling from Hackensack, New Jersey. I'm gonna put him on FaceTime and introduce you to. No, come on, guys. Come on. The MC's got to get us moving. That's my job. My job is to keep things going. Zip, zip, zip. Let's go. Love the Wigwam. What an amazing resort. If you're East Valley people, or if you're not from Arizona, coming out to Arizona, definitely look into the Wigwam. It is it's just a cool. I mean, it just screams historic Arizona. It just does. It just is. This is it, right? It just. Rhonda's posted this. Rhonda, why? I believe this morning when I went back to the Wigwam to pick something up that I'd forgotten. It was already 97, and that was at 9 a.m. So 2 hours later, I can't imagine what it is outside in Wyoming, apparently, where she is. It is simply let's see what it is here. I'm seeing. It's 99 degrees. Here we are. It's 99 degrees, and you were in 63. Come on, what's 30 degrees? Come on, we can handle it. No, hope you're having fun up there. Definitely be safe. And I'm glad you love the Wigwam, because what a great. I mean, it's funny when you turn into the Wigwam, people are like, oh, have you been here before? I'm like, quite literally, when you turned into the resort, that elementary school across the street, my kids went there. Like there. So yeah. My girlfriend taught there. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've been there before. Love the color scheme. Are you talking about my orange, my anaranjo? I can't pronounce it. I don't speak Spanish, but yes, my orange. Is that what you're saying, bud? This is a poncho shirt, man. This is a poncho bird. This is a poncho pheasant shirt. I appreciate that, pal. Anyway, let's get to this. This is, appreciate it, Lynn. This is a weird time because y'all know I've been trying to think about training. You know, where I was starting really slow in the rowing machine for my Havasupai trip. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Havasu Falls got reccolated in the last few days. And unfortunately, a woman from Gilbert has lost her life. And I don't think this is going to happen, but it was interesting that I tried to pull up a video, something that wasn't on TikTok or something like that. I wanted nothing local. I couldn't find anything local. The thing that popped up was something from Utah, because a Utah man found it. Here we go.
Flooding is hitting the Havasu Falls area of Arizona, and a Utahn was there to capture it all.
Yeah, tonight he spoke with news specialist Andrew Adams while preparing to evacuate. Yes. Andrew?
Here's a man who is nowhere near Havasupai Falls. Here's a man who's not even in the state, and he's on top of the building, but he's going to make it look like he's out there doing something on the scene in Utah.
They described a crazy situation where as many as 100 tourists were waiting to be airlifted out by the National Guard. Just getting to a point of safety was a journey of its own.
That's right. Katie Hobbs, by the way. Katie Hobbs, she mobilized the National Guard. It was that big. So Governor Hobbs nationalized, excuse my Freudian slip, mobilized the National Guard, and there were literally 100+ people just kind of waiting to get out. Waiting, hoping that they don't share the same fate as the young woman that unfortunately the body was found recently, and she did not make it. But anyway, here's the guy from Utah.
I don't even know how to describe it. It didn't even look like the same place.
Yeah.
There was so much water.
In an extremely scenic place.
What were once bushes and trees were just kind of obliterated.
Dang.
Conditions were suddenly beyond extreme.
I mean, everything was just covered in water.
Corey Middleton was on a 3-night, 4-day tour to the Havasu Falls area.
What I was going to do.
Rain triggered flooding.
One of the employees, one of the park rangers came by and said, yeah, you gotta move to higher ground right now.
Holy cow.
And we started to look up, and I mean, there were waterfalls everywhere.
As the floodwaters moved in,
maybe, I'm just saying, maybe, side of the tragedy. I mean, maybe the Havasupai tribe, maybe they charge more. Like, look, y'all came for just a few waterfalls. We gave you lots of waterfalls. There you go there. Yeah. No, Grizz, I didn't go, buddy. I went to the Grand Canyon. That was the Wallapai, not the Havasupai. We got to get all the pies of it all together here, buddy. No, the Havasupai, that was the hike down that was going to happen next month. It ain't going to happen now. I'll tell you that much. Ooh, here we go. Sorry.
Milton pulled his camera out.
So we got back up to where Havasu Falls was, and at that point, I mean, it looked like a chocolate waterfall.
Holy cow.
Retreating with only what he and his group could carry, carefully navigating the floodwaters. Middleton eventually made it to safety at the Havasupai village.
where they offered us shelter in the school.
Middleton said as many as 100 tourists were awaiting a helicopter flight out of
Yes,
the
said
area.
that twice.
Okay, they're doing a head count for the National Guard right now.
Oh, down there. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
As he
look at
remained
that.
in disbelief
I'd fish
how
it.
harrowing his journey was.
I'd always wanted to see that. I never wanted to be in it.
What's up, Garrett? Yeah, I wanted to see it. I didn't want to be in it. I think that's a wonderful way to put that right there. And you have to go back to this jabroni who's on the top of his station's building. Just so you know that, all I can say is from what I know in the organization that I used to work for prior to the last organization I used to work for, y'all know who I'm talking about. Dude, they would send people out to the top of the parking structure next door and go, act like you're at Sky Harbor. Yeah, I'm here at Sky Harbor. It's 119. Yeah, that's... It was nowhere near Sky Harbor, just on top of the building over there, just on top of that. Yeah. So
Middleton told us that 4 helicopters from Tucson and Phoenix were involved in those evacuation efforts. Still a situation that's definitely evolving down there.
Yeah, he's live from a scene. He's definitely not live from the scene. I hate the news media. Oh my goodness sakes! Like how dumb. We're not that dumb. Here we're gonna go to guys standing outside. It's nighttime. What's up, Garen? How you doing, brother? It is a tragedy. This is lame on so many levels. You don't want to see this, but understand this, okay? Havasupai Falls in that area has seen this crap over and over and over and over again. And Mother Nature got this. Don't you worry about this. And if Mother Nature jacked your plans up, sorry, just kind of what Mother Nature does. Like my father always said, life happens when you're making other plans. And like Garen will back me on this one too. If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Mother Nature's going to do what Mother Nature does. It's unfortunate because I am, look, that's a lot of money. I mean, for me and Queen Bee, it was just shy of $1,000. That's a lot of money for a 3-day hike, y'all. So I don't know if they're going to be refunding the money. I have no idea. But this kind of sucks because this was on my bucket list. This was kind of going to be, especially at that price range, it was going to be my one time to do it. And I was going to be excited about it. I was going to hell or high water. I was going to get down and up from that dang thing, in shape or not in shape. But this looks like it. Our group has been texting all morning, and we've been talking about, I think the most generous assessment was 70% sure we're not going. And then in a more positive assessment too, a more optimistic assessment was, let's keep training, see what happens. And I said, yeah, keep training. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're going to keep on training, not start my training. I mean, keep training. We're going to make it happen for the love of grief. Yeah. Oh, hurricane season. Oh man, Jim, one of my favorite things is, Jim has brought this up. One of my favorite things ever are hurricane reporting. Or the people that they put out, these slappies that they get out there, and they're that's 95-mile-an-hour winds, and they're leaning into the wind like this, and they're slipping, and they got their little reins on, their rubbers, and it's hilarious. And they are just the and God bless them. In the news media, they're the rookies. They're out there getting hazed. They're like, okay, champ, you want to make a name for yourself? There's the hurricane. Go have fun. We need you on the pier. What? You mean no outside? How about look, I saw this news report with this guy that was talking about Havasupai. He just got to stand on top of the garage. Can I just no, we need you on the dock. We need you out there on the pier. What? Yeah. No. My favorite was, I think it was Anderson Cooper or something like that, stood in like a pothole or something like that. So it looked like he was waist deep and all the cameras are around, just, ankle deep in water. Oh. News media. I'm telling you, news media. But anyway, probably not going to do Havasupai, which sucks because that was on my bucket list. So now we're gonna have to figure out another time. And again, waiting to see what the nation does with those permits. Are we refunded? Does it just go to the next year, or do we have to jump into the lottery again? What happens? What happens? Wait a second. Oh, Rhonda said she saw we have a fluffy cow sighting. She just said fluffy cows, not even at the preserve. That's what I'm talking about, because they're all over the place. Yeah, that's what the fluffy cows do. And if you please just keep your if you see people gathering around Rhonda, if you see people gathering around the fluffy cows, just start rolling. Just for us, if you could, we'd love you for it. Just keep rolling, and we can maybe get to see a tourist get launched across the street. That's funny. What? It's Darwinism. I'm not wishing pain on somebody. But if you're gonna, if a fluffy cow is going to launch someone into the air, we just like to see it. Not wishing it happen, would just like to see it. Don't judge me. It's just the way it goes. Yes, I'm proud that you're here for that, and we are happy that you're here for that. Let's get in this. This was an article that I read over the weekend, and I was upset about it. I really was. I'm like, I'm tired of this noise. You all know that poaching is the worst thing we talk about. Poaching is the P word here on the show. We do not like poachers. Stupid mangy poachers need to be, we need to have an entirely different set of punishments for them. And I always say that if it is a poaching case that has a serious punishment, people are going to start to pay attention. Most poaching cases, A, go unresolved. B, never even get reported. And C, I was doing letters, not numbers, right? C, when they do get prosecuted, it's just a slap on the wrist. You have to take a hunter safety course. That'll show them. we took away their licenses for 2 whole years. Oh, that'll get those ne'er-do-wells out there. No, nothing is going to. We are not going to stop poaching unless we get damn serious about what we are doing. I'm sorry, about what our punishments are. And I saw this, and it infuriated me. Because here's the deal. I'm just going to give you this here. A poacher loses his hunting privileges after famous, quote, Hollywood buck turns up dead on Facebook. When photos of a well-known, non-typical surfaced on Facebook last year, social media sleuths. Social media sleuths. I'm just going to label them, put them in the. We're going to put them in the fact checker bin over here. Accused a Virginia man of poaching 3 bucks. Now he's been sentenced with some of the harshest poaching penalties in recent memory. So let's say there's something that I left out. How many years he loses his hunting privileges? Ready for this? 24. He loses his hunting privileges for 24 years because of 2 things and 2 things only. One, he is stupid enough. The beautiful Darwinism that is social media. And, idiots out themselves for the clicks and the shares and the, I'm going to go viral. Watch this. I'm going to be famous. So they poach and then they post it. So, okay. That's one of the main reasons why this bozo is where he is. 24-year ban on hunting. And 2, because it was a named buck. That's it. Look, lion hunting happens damn near daily in Africa. Do you remember which lion I'm talking about now? All into your head just went to Cecil the lion. The only reason why that guy got eviscerated in the public was because it was a named lion. Do you understand? In that area, when a lion is killed, locals celebrate. Why? Because kids get snatched up by lions on the way to the bus stop. But this was a famous lion. His name was Cecil. And that meant something. That was a legitimate legal take of an animal, period. Oh, they baited him. They did this. Okay, then the people that baited him, the guides that did that, if that's the case, they should be taken out. Clarence the cross-eyed lion. That's right. And Jim, that's going to be my next point here, but I'm going to stick on Cecil for just a moment. And just to let you know what Jim just said, I apologize on YouTube. Here we go. He said, Clarence, the cross-eyed lion. Oh, no, sorry, everybody. There's the poacher. There we go. He's a poacher. Doesn't care about a license. True. Very true. Okay. But here's the gag, though. two things that we'll go stick on Cecil. The outrage was because it was named. No one knew. No one here in the United States knew who Cecil the Lion was. No one. Until it hit a headline and like, oh, he killed Cecil. I think I saw him last time I was in Africa. Oh, you didn't? You haven't even been in Africa. Well, his name's Cecil. And I looked him up online. And he just seems so wonderful. He seems like a wonderful lion. And then the outrage. Clutching a pearls. Oh, take this man out, torches, pitchforks. Let's go. And by the way, we didn't talk about the fact that it was an archery hunt. Y'all, I'm not going to preach shadiness, going outside the lines, even tempting fate. I'm telling you. No matter the story of Cecil and how it went down, if Cecil wanted to kill homie, Cecil would have killed homie. If you have to get that close, if you have to get the archery range of a predator, an apex predator like that, dude, take it. Do your thing, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so get back to that. So Grizz brought up the same point, Jim. So why he doesn't care about? Yeah, they don't care about the rules. These are poachers. I think one of the greatest lines was from The Lion King, talking about hyenas, stupid, mangy poachers. And they are. These people are idiots. These people are in our outdoor world, and I'm not talking about in a biblical sense, the least of these. They are the bottom of the barrel. They're the scum. They're the slime. Have I poached before? Legally, technically, yes. I hit a bird that wasn't a dove during dove season. What did I do? I reported it, and they said, okay, Mike, thanks. I appreciate you calling. Okay, we're just going to basically put that in our records. We're not, obviously not going to come fine you or late, you just said, crap. My bad. I was beating on a dove, missed the damn thing, and hit I don't know what the hell it was. So that was my bad. And so technically, legally, that's poaching. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the bottom of the barrel scum like this ass that decided to not only take a super trophy non-typical, but then post it and then take two more deer. Again, that goes down to just Darwinism, dude. You're stupid enough to do what you did. If you're stupid enough to poach, I guess you're just stupid enough to post it online and think everything's going to go to plan and you're going to get all the accolades. But it upsets me that is simply why this man is going to face some sort of penalty, and it's a crap penalty. It's garbage. It really, truly is. 24 years without a license. Again, guys, like you said, like Jim said, like Grizz said, this dude doesn't care. Poachers do not care about having a license or not. That's why I think it's so silly to me that part of a lot of poaching cases, the punishment is that they have to take a hunter safety class. What? Wait, and I'll tell you this, a lot of the Midwest movement to Arizona. I'm just talking about Arizona here, not this case specifically, but here in Arizona, a lot of this, because in the Midwest, it's the wild damn West out there. The rules are just tree stand. My tree stand has 4 tires, 4-wheel drive, and a heater, a radio. Mm-hmm. The poaching is just a thing. It's like it's not poaching if you don't get caught. In a lot of states, that's the way it is. But I tell you this, I know Lynn's going to bring this up. Oh wait, sorry about bird shooting. My bad, buddy. Here you go. These comments are moving fast. They'd flip if they know what they did to the first Arnold the pig from Green Acres. I'm telling you, man. That's you probably. And if you know that, let me know. But probably he ended up being on Eddie Alpert's plate the next morning for bacon in the green room. Mm-hmm. Hunter safety class, what a joke, right? It really is. Hunter safety classes are super important. I'm talking about as a punishment for poachers. Oh, yes. Oh, now that I went to your little class here, now I'm on the up and up. Let me tell you, I'm going to wait 9 years to get a tag for an elk before I just go cap one like I normally do every year. Because I saw the hunter safety. I went to the field day and I got to shoot a 22. So now I'm converted. It's absolute joke. But a bird shooting class, trapper skeet training location. Oh, buddy, I'm telling you, they have it. Several classes go on. A lot of the groups put on classes over at Ben Avery and Rio Salado Sportsman's Club out on the east side. and they put on some classes out there. Bird shooting class are fun. What's more important than bird shooting class is bird ID. Bird identification is key. And September 1st is coming up. September 1st is the intro of Dove season, so we're very excited about it. But a lot of people that haven't been out there looking at birds, bird watching, anything like that, they're just shooting at things that fly, and that's tough. So bird ID is super, super, super important. And by the way, it's not easy. It was something I didn't think I could get. Duck ID is something I'm not really good at all, but dove ID, I got that. Quail, I mean, they jump out of bushes like a party favor, so you know it's a quail. Yeah, and that's a great. Do you understand this? Hunter safety courses and shooting safety classes. That's how the NRA started, and they started doing it in schools. Lynn, I want to. He said the first Arnold from Green Acres that a barbecue at the movies do. Did they really? I'm gonna have to look that up. That's fantastic. Not that I'm not denying you, buddy. I just wow. I want the story of that. We might talk about that tomorrow after. Let's do that on Wednesday. Just a programming note too. I will be taking Thursday and Friday off. So yes, doing after this banquet that we just did. Me and Queen Bee going to do Vegas and just relax. And I mean not like do Vegas. I mean just like yeah, do that and go see some shows. That's really awesome. Bird say, let's see that ID. Okay, all right. Picturing a bird in line outside of a bar. Yes, not that kind of bird ID. We're going to buy the. You need to know though, especially in yeah, Lynn, I'm totally going to check it out. It is a it's a skill, but it's pretty easy when it comes to dove hunting. It comes pretty easy. They fly the same. It's easy. It's easy to identify a bird that isn't a dove. Let's just put it that way. And I always tell buddies I hunt with, I'm like, nope, that's a native Arizona, not a dove. Yeah. And usually they're bouncing. If they're bouncing, ain't a dove. Dove just keep flapping their wings. They don't glide. They only glide when they're landing. They keep flapping. There's ways that we'll do a whole dove before dove season. We'll do a whole dove class and come out there. And I know a few use. Holy, did I just say that? Hey, a few use hunters guys out there, a few dove guys. You guys want to go dove hunting this year? It's been a long weekend. Yes. Anyway, so but yes, the man that was that actually poached a famous deer, the Hollywood buck. That's why he gets 24 years, and there's got to be a monetary fine in here somewhere. I don't think I saw. There it is. Okay, here we go. Sentenced to 6 months in jail, 3 months suspended, fines totaling $2,500, and replacement costs totaling $11,000 for killing the Hollywood buck and two other bucks illegally in 2023. He lost his hunting privileges and an effective suspension for 20. What? Oh, listen to this. Okay, this is one. He lost his hunting privilege for 100 years. Yeah, that'll show him. Right? 100 years. 75 of those were suspended. So he has 24 years. He might spend 3 months in jail. We'll see. But it's all because it was a famous buck. If it were just the other two bucks, it wasn't labeled a Hollywood buck, none of this would happen. He would not be doing any kind of jail time. He would have barely a fine, and that's it. It's just absolutely silly. Grizz, you're in, buddy. You're definitely in. But Brendan, they squeak when they flap. They squeak when they take off. Yes, they do. If he moves to another state, yeah. What if he moves to another state? I think he's still that he doesn't care. He's going to go out and hunt anyway. He's probably going to go somewhere in the Midwest and he just doesn't care. But Brendan, they do squeak, especially when you're dressing them and you have to do the whole breast thing. They make a little sound. Listen, yeah. Yes, have to laugh. Exactly. If you don't laugh, you'd be crying. But yeah. Hey, tomorrow, let's do this. I really want to introduce these crazy wildlife rock stars. And one of them was inducted. He was the former mayor of Buckeye, and basically made sure that in his, basically he wrote up how Buckeye was going to be developed, that it was going to be a mecca for outdoor activities. So he was inducted, and so we'll have those vignettes for you and the new Wildlife for Tomorrow logo brought to you by Queen Bee herself. So it is going to be a fun day tomorrow. So let's do it again tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you all. Like and share it out. Do your thing. And we will see you tomorrow at 11.